Really? Yep. Let me tell you what you're doing wrong.
I bet.
Getting there. Oh, God, that was fun. That's the most fun I've had fighting in a while.
My name is Darren Newton. In the SCA, I'm known as Chinawa Khadanjin. It's a Mongolian name, means Wolf of the Mountains. I named myself after people who got me involved in the SCA. I'm a 13th century Mongol who would have followed Subutai through Kiev and Moscow and into Poland. The Mongols were seen at the height of their expansion 60 miles outside of Venice, and my persona would have been one of those guys.
My persona is a 1580s ship's master out of England. I take persona very seriously. I actually teach a persona class. He sails the Silk Route between Italy and England. He is a closet Catholic, which of course is illegal at the time.
A StickJock is a guy who cares for nothing else except the fighting. They don't care about the history of it. They don't care necessarily about the arts and sciences or whatever it is. They want to show up and they want to fight. Some people take the term as sort of a derogatory term, but by no means is it. We talk about each other all the time. StickJocks, come on, and we all go and fight.
I'm just interested in mainly the fighting and the events myself. I like the atmosphere of it.
It's a history and honors and chivalry-based organization, and we spend a lot of time kind of embracing some of the better aspects of the Middle Ages, minus the fleas, the plagues, and the crucifixions.
Fighting is the biggest draw. We hit hard enough, it makes a lot of noise, so in a demo, pow, what was that? And people come on over and want to see what idiots are hitting what other idiots with stakes.
Me and my wife first moved to Statesboro. We went to the fair here, and the SCA put on a demo at the fair, and we saw the demo, and we're like, oh, that's really cool.
Like, one of the reasons we do things at parks is so people will come up and go, what are you guys doing? Well, wouldn't you like to get involved? Come and join us,
If you go to like another hobbies gathering, chances are they're going to do more or less the same thing you're doing. In the SCA, it's not like that. You go to an event, and you two might spend your time in the SCA doing completely different things. You also end up with much more of a real-world market type thing because, well, for instance, I don't make metal armor, which means I have to find somebody who does in order to get my gear made, where they specialize in that. People talk to me and they find out, oh, you do leather work. Well, I've got some stuff I need repaired. Let me tell you, when they found out I brew, I become everybody's best friend.
Go and you play pretend for a weekend and everything. That's basically what it comes down to. It's basically just the adult version of kid activities.
The SCA draws out the fringe personalities a lot. Because let's face it, normal people don't do this. They just don't. They might think it's interesting, but they don't actually go out and put armor on and wail on each other with sticks. It's kind of silly. On the other hand, it's a heck of a lot of fun.
There's a physical level that's required to do it, but it's a cerebral game. It's like playing high-speed chess. Everything is about making the other person move in a manner that's beneficial to you. One of the most interesting things is you just really don't know somebody until you have actually fought them. There's this strange thing with fighting. You can learn everything you need to know about somebody in about 30 passes because of the way they tilt, how they show honor to you on the field, how they call their blows.
Got it! Nice shot!
So everyone's armor is unique. Everyone kind of picks a time period. I'm Greek.
My armor is Mongolian, so it's horseman's armor, made for riding a horse. And this kind of armor is called lamellar, which is just a series of plates that are laced together. Laced in a certain other direction, it's called scale armor. The word that we use for this is gorget. It's a French word. Throat protection. Gorget is just the generic term that we use for every piece of throat protection. But it just goes on to cover the front and back of the throat. This piece hangs down to keep anything from getting up underneath. And one of the times I mentioned before I got knocked out, I got a spear thrust into the gorget, and it pinched off the artery right there and knocked me out for about 30 seconds, and I was back up and moving around.
I wear Bosabons, which is a leather armor. It covers my elbows and my forearms. This is not Greek, this is SCA required.
These are called demi-gauntlets or half-gauntlets. And the reason it doesn't have fingers on it is we have what we call basket hilts. These are protection for the inside of the hand. The swords that we use are made of rattan, which is, they make lawn furniture out of it, most popular use. As you can see here, it's just a dense bamboo. When it breaks, it turns fibrous, like a broom. That way, if it breaks when you hit somebody, they're in much less danger of getting hurt by it.
This shield is called a Bodian shield. It was one of the first Greek shields that was widely used.
It's a flat basket so that your hand goes inside the shield. It's bolted on. This is an edging that protects other people's swords. The bars across the front end, we add, the SCA adds. It would have been an open face just with this nasal piece right here. And we add these strictly for our protection. This is actually not period, especially for this helm, but for what we do, we need it. We allow full shots to the face and to the head, and it needs to protect all the way around. Everything is made to make sure nothing gets in. In period, it was done the same way, and for us, it's done the same way. Safety is a huge part of SCA fighting. We hit hard enough to dent steel, and if you get caught in the throat or someplace sensitive like that without any armor on, it could go very, very badly.
And they tell you that as you fight more and more, you find out where places you don't get hit very often.
Most of our injuries are sprains, jams, bruises. Our big injuries are nothing different than you would see in hockey, lacrosse, and so forth. Rotator cuffs, ACLs, Achilles heel, all which are very mendable.
It can be very expensive. It can be not expensive at all. That's another way that the SCA is a very variable type thing.
So you really have to take the right mindset to balance yourself and how much money you feel like spending this month, because you can literally go to an event every weekend if you're willing to make the drive.
Some people play video games. They go home and play Call of Duty or something all day. It's like, hey, that's just pretend being in the Marines. If you're going to complain about my hobby, just go join the Marines yourself. You know, I mean, it's my money, it's my time. I do what I want with it.
People who have very unfulfilling modern lives will really sink themselves into this because they can recreate themselves. I'm very happy with my modern life. I'm very happy with my SCA life as well. So I don't, and most people, the vast majority, 99.9% fall into that category.
A guy at Pensick, he was a count. He was doing a lot of inappropriate things, saying basically, because I'm of nobility, I can do that. And it's like, dude, you live in the 21st century. Right. Get the fuck over it. You know? It's like you're not a count. You're an accountant. You know.
It's not like somebody who's addicted to World of Warcraft, where they just live. It's people who take it too seriously, as in they forget it's a game. It's a game. It's just a game.
And that's part of the fantasy thing. But I mean, as soon as the event's over, everybody's back in the 21st century.
And really, it's a great way to get away for the weekend. Just do something different than what movies and dinner or whatever it is. This one's, you get to be in the movie and then have dinner afterwards and talk about how great it was.
You want to be king? You got what it takes to be king.
So wait, no, we just say that.
I have a computer-related desk job, and this is sort of the farthest thing I can get away from that. And I think that's what's kept me in.
Some people don't like the term mundane world. They call it the modern world. Like I said, it's a weekend hobby, so we go away on the weekends and then go back to mundane life. So you don't get to hit people with sticks and run around in funny clothes and have a good time.
When I go to an event, I tell the guys at work, don't call me because I'm not going to answer. And I turn my phone off, and for 3 days, I'm just doing something else, and I can completely forget that desk and that chair exist.
I have no stress during the week. It's better than going to the gym. That's kind of my alternatives.
What do other people do on the weekends? Well, I'm mowing the lawn. What are you doing? I'm driving 8 hours to wail on people with sticks, and then eat some awesome food and drink myself stupid. Don't put that last part in.
Had a bad day, bam! Boss is talking, bam! So it can be very, very cathartic, but in most cases, it's just a lot of fun.
Good.